The global EV market continues to grow amid a government and societal shift towards energy conservation, with both the consumer and commercial verticals tapping into the technology's potential. According to data from research firm Markets and Markets, the global EV market is expected to expand more than 39.2 million units by 2030, from about 8.15 million in 2022, nearly 22% compound annual growth rate. Although forecasts of the rate of EV adoption over the next decade vary given rapid changes in both government policies and the automaker manufacturing industry in recent years, forecasts expect a strong acceleration in EV adoption, and several top investors want to be a part of this. Hey guys, welcome back to Tesla Tomorrow. S&P Global Mobility forecasts electric vehicle sales in the US could reach 40% of total passenger car sales by 2030, and more optimistic projections foresee electric vehicle sales surpassing 50% by 2030. Following the rise in use of EVs, more car companies are entering into the EV sector, making more electric vehicles available for car users. Consumers can now choose from a wider range of vehicles as manufacturers have introduced a greater variety of EV models into the market, including the much preferred large-size vehicles. Until recently, compact cars like sedans and hatchbacks were virtually the only EV options available, but now trucks and SUVs have also been included by these car companies, and many more products are still in the works. Saudi Arabia, the Arab world's biggest economy, aims to boost its EV production and tap into this potential, and to do so, the country may be planning to acquire American EV manufacturer Lucid. What impact will this have on the EV market and shares of EV companies? Let's find out, but before we do, if you like this type of content, hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on post notifications to keep up to date on everything going on with Tesla. The Kingdom of Saudi Arabia has long played a central role in the international energy market, helping to drive global economy and development in all sectors. Vision 2030 is a sustainable vision for the future of Saudi Arabia, with sustainability at the heart of everything it does, from policy development and investment to planning and infrastructure. Innovation and sustainability are among the key pillars of Saudi Arabia's Vision 2030 program, a major economic diversification drive to reduce its reliance on oil and tap into other high-growth industries. Sustainability has been at the heart of this vision since its inception. Saudi Arabia is now ushering in a new era as the kingdom aims to reach net zero by 2060. This announcement is in line with wider Vision 2030 ambitions to accelerate the energy transition, achieve sustainability goals, and drive a new wave of investment. Therefore, having Lucid in its green arsenal will boost Saudi Arabia's goals of becoming a leader in the electric vehicle industry. Saudi Arabia's public investment fund is the active engine behind the diversification of the kingdom's economy and the development of specific strategic sectors through cultivating and maximizing the impact of the fund's investments. The Public Investment Fund has maintained the 6th spot in the list of top sovereign wealth funds in the world, with assets worth $607.42 billion. Data released by the Sovereign Wealth Fund Institute suggested that China Investment Corp topped the list with $1.35 trillion in assets, followed by Norway Government Pension Fund Global and Abu Dhabi Investment Authority with assets worth $1.13 trillion and $790 billion respectively. The PIF is now leading the economic diversification journey in Saudi Arabia, playing a crucial role to achieve the goals outlined in the kingdom's Vision 2030. Currently, the PIF owns 71 companies in 10 different sectors and has created more than 500,000 direct and indirect jobs. It has snapped up sports teams and electric car makers and funded new cities in the desert as it seeks to amass $2 trillion in assets by 2030. The PIF owns more than 65% of Lucid. The Sovereign Wealth Fund bought into Lucid in 2018, investing $1 billion in the company that is competing with Tesla. And in February 2021, the PIF, US investment firm BlackRock, and others poured an additional $2.5 billion into Lucid. Last year, Lucid chairman Andrew Liveris said the company planned to build a factory in Saudi Arabia by 2025 or 2026. According to him, now that the car company is successfully producing and selling cars in the US, its attention is turning to this factory here. Saudi Arabia's Public Wealth Fund holds an approximately 62% stake in the US-based automaker, which began production of its Air luxury sedan last September. Likewise, sometime last year, Lucid Group announced that the government of Saudi Arabia has agreed to buy up to 100,000 of its electric vehicles over the next 10 years. According to the automaker, Saudi Arabia's Ministry of Finance had agreed to buy at least 50,000 of its vehicles over the next 10 years, with an option to buy an additional 50,000 over the same period. The purchases will include vehicles built at Lucid's existing factory in Arizona, as well as a new factory it plans to build in Saudi Arabia, and will be a mix of Air sedans and upcoming new models. It was also disclosed that Saudi Arabia's initial orders will be modest, between 1,000 and 2,000 vehicles per year starting in 2023, and deliveries to the oil-rich kingdom will increase to between 4,000 and 7,000 per year starting in 2025. So will this be a challenge for Tesla? Probably, but it shouldn't be for long. Shares of Lucid Motors surged more than 90% amid speculation that the Saudi Arabia's public investment fund plans to buy out the company. Shares of the California-based company jumped more than a third since January 23rd, making Lucid the third highest gainer and the sixth most traded stock on the Nasdaq. Therefore, if indeed the PIF ends up buying Lucid, this may pull more attention to it, as investors who are looking to put their funds into an electric vehicle company may consider investing in Lucid, and not Tesla, which is currently the leading electric vehicle maker globally. In 2018, PIF was interested in taking Tesla private, but the deal did not materialize, a situation which has put Tesla's CEO Elon Musk under trial for allegedly misleading investors with his tweet which suggested that the company had secured funding for taking the company private. Although the PIF fund will be a great way for Lucid to gain more investors, it is uncertain if it will eventually beat Tesla. For all of 2022, the automaker plunged 84%, worse than Tesla's 70% plunge amid Musk's contentious takeover of Twitter. Lucid makes the $169 Zero Air Driving Edition limited production saloon car. However, it has been struggling to deliver the vehicles, having shipped out only 4,369 in 2022. The stiff competition in the electric vehicle market is making things more challenging. And Tesla's price cuts, which the car maker made to boost sales, are also preventing Lucid and other smaller players from cornering market share. Supply chain challenges have hampered Lucid's efforts to ramp up production in its Arizona factory. The company in February slashed its 2022 production guidance, saying it expects to build just 12,000 to 14,000 vehicles this year, down from the 20,000 it had previously forecast. Therefore, it might take a little more for Lucid to eventually catch up with Tesla. Consumer demand for electric vehicles has risen significantly over the past 2 years. The number of electric vehicles on the road jumped from about 22,000 to a little over 2 million between 2011 to 2021. Several factors are expected to continue to drive consumer demand for electric vehicles the next decade, including environmental concerns, greater vehicle choice, improved battery capacity, and cost savings. Improved vehicle range is another factor that should encourage higher uptake of electric vehicles. The fear of running out of battery power before reaching a charging location has long deterred consumers from purchasing an electric vehicle. However, battery capacity of electric vehicles and their range have greatly improved and is expected to continue to increase with further advances in battery technology. Studies have found that switching to electric vehicles saves consumers money, especially over the long run. For instance, in addition to saving on fuel costs, EV yields about $8,000 to $12,000 worth of savings and maintenance over the lifetime of the vehicle. Likewise, battery packs cost should also fall, bringing EV prices closer to those of conventional cars. But which car company has the infrastructure and technology to make this happen? Most likely Tesla, which is why it will take a lot for any EV company to overtake it, Lucid included. What are your thoughts on this? Let us know down below. And if you want to know more about what Tesla's been up to in the last few days, go ahead and click on this next video on your screen. See you there.